Okay, I don't know what I got here, but it's decent. That's a good one, whatever it is. There it is. Oh, there he is. There he is. We found him. You stick around here, buddy. There we go. That's the fish we've been looking for today. All right, on a jig. Hey guys, let's talk jigs. Now, I'm not going to claim to be an expert on jig fishing. Far from it. But that's part of the reason I want to do this video. I spent a lot of years not fishing this little lure because frankly it kind of intimidated me. I had no idea how to fish it. And because of that, I didn't fish it. And I'm figuring there's probably a lot of guys in the same boat and they're figuring, hey, you got to do this thing different. I don't know what I'm doing, so I don't fish it. Well, we're missing out. If you're not doing it, you're missing out. About a year ago, I started fishing a jig and I haven't looked back since. It's caught me a lot of nice fish. So let's get into some simple stuff. Let's get into, okay, what kind of jig do I need to get? I don't care. It doesn't really make much difference. Football head, brush jig, Arky style jig. There's all kinds of them. You know, guys, buy a jig. Just buy a jig. As far as color, I'll do a lot of natural colors. I'll also do something with a little bit of orange in it, maybe. Get a little bit for the crawdad or the bluegill. Right here, blue black today. Now, my reason for this, the water today is really stained. This area had anywhere from 2.5 to 4.5 inches of rain here and there. The water is not nearly as clear as it was a few days ago. I tried some of the other colors, they didn't work as well. I went to the blue black. The blue black gives you a real nice dark lure in that dingy water. They can find it a lot better. What size? I'm using a 3/8 ounce. You'll hear a lot of guys talk about 1/2 ounce, 3/4 ounce, 1 ounce. The lake I'm fishing here is no more than 18 feet deep. I don't need to worry about getting down 20 or 25 or 30 feet. So I like 3/8, that's good enough for me. I got a couple 1/2 ounce I'll use once in a while, but for the most part, I like to stay 3/8 of an ounce. Trailers, again, it doesn't make a whole lot. What I was using today with this is some Bass Pro Shop. They're called a River Bug. I've got these in 4 or 5 different colors. This happens to be a bluegill color. I kind of like this River Bug. I know there's a lot of them that's got a lot of appendages and here and that, but I'll tell you what, I kind of like the River Bug because it's not real big. It's just got a couple little on the side, it's got your tail, but for the most part, it's only 3.5 inches long. So it kind of gets on there, when I've threaded on there, put it in for a trailer, it's really not sticking that far out the way some of those 4 and 5 inch ones do. So I kind of like to stick with this, but you know, Zoom, Yum, they make some that are similar to this River Bug too, about that 3 to 4 inch. That'll work well for a trailer. Color wise, yeah, I don't know. Figure whatever you think you want to do. Again, match up with this, or maybe it's a contrast color. Do something to contrast it a little. For me, the big thing is, how am I fishing it? All right, here's where it comes down to where you get intimidated by it, or you're not sure because you say, oh, how do I fish this thing? If you watch a lot of other videos, guys are talking, well, you let it sink all the way to the bottom. They always talk about the football head jig, so it'll stand up. Let it sink the bottom, and then you crawl it across the bottom, or you hop it along the bottom. Some areas, some lakes, that works. You've got a lot of gravel bottom, or they got some rocks down there. I'm fishing old sand pits. Now, I might find a sandy bottom somewhere, but odds are a lot of this lake is going to have about 3 inches of just gunk down the bottom, dead leaves, dead vegetation, whatever it is. I'll drag this along the bottom, you'll just lose it. You'll never see it again. So I tend to do kind of what the guy's doing when they're hopping it up and down off the bottom. And that is, I will bounce it. I'll bounce it, and I'll put the rod tip, I'll pick my rod tip up, and I'll bring it back down, and I'll pick up some of the slack with my reel while I'm going up and down. Now, I'm not necessarily letting it go all the way to the bottom. I'm putting it up next to the bank. Might have those shallow fish there, but I like these rock ledges that you've got. You can see me along here with this, well, Nebraska rock. It's technically broken up concrete. But I put along those rock ledges, and that concrete, broken up concrete, or those rocks extend way down in the water, and those fish are sitting down in there. There's bait fish, there's crawdads, whatever there is, so that's why they're down there. I'll put it up there and then start slowly bringing it back, kind of bouncing it up and down. I'm not necessarily going all the way to the bottom with it, so, you know, it's almost somewhere between a bottom bounce and a swim jig. I'm giving it that up and down motion, watching my slack during the fall, because a lot of times that's when you're going to get your hit. But at the same token, I'm not dragging this thing across the bottom through all the muck and the gunk down the bottom. But well, however you do it, guys, whatever you do, however you do it, give her a shot. If you haven't fished a jig, if you're not sure how, don't worry about it. And you know what, go to Walmart and pick up a $2 or $3 jig. Go out, pick up some soft plastic trailers. Go out, find some rocks, find some trees, some stumps, some brush. You're gonna lose a few, so buy more than one. But go out, give them a shot. And I'll tell you what, I think you'll find yourself catching more fish and catching some bigger fish to boot. Hey, thanks for sticking with me. Subscribe to our channel if you would. Hope to see you again real soon.